Welcome back to the Inner Circle Show. In today's episode, we need to talk about how Tesla are becoming even more vertically integrated. We also need to discuss two new partnerships that Palantir have got, but they've also had an analyst downgrade that has caused the stock to plummet. All of that and much, much more. But before we get into that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload Monday through Friday. Tesla have many competitive advantages. One of the ones that they have that people don't really speak about all that often is that they are vertically integrated. We're going to talk about exactly what that means and why that's so beneficial in just a minute. But this is a competitive advantage that they have not only against other automotive companies, but also many other types of companies as well. Now, I recently saw this. Tesla have recently signed a new lithium carbonate deal with Yahua Group. Now, I'm sure I'm saying that completely wrong, but this is an agreement that is running from 2025 to 2027, and it involves Tesla buying lithium carbonate products from this company. And this is on top of their ongoing contract that they already have with this company for lithium hydroxide, which is lasting till 2030. Lithium carbonate and lithium hydroxide are both needed to actually produce the batteries that go into the Tesla vehicles. From what I can see, this lithium carbonate, which this deal is about, will actually go into LFP batteries, and these batteries will be used in the Tesla Shanghai Gigafactory production line. Now, I don't think that's 100% confirmed, but it's looking like that. And this deal, although not the most exciting news, it's not a new vehicle, it's not the new master plan, it's not the compensation plan, it's not as exciting as any of that. It is important because this feeds directly into Tesla's larger plan to actually diversify their lithium supply chain. And then this feeds into them actually having enough and a regular supply of the raw compounds that they actually need to be able to produce the batteries. And if you think about it, without regular supply of the compounds that are actually producing the batteries, you don't have batteries, therefore you don't have EVs. And also at the moment, and do correct me if I'm wrong here, I think Tesla get most, if not all of their LFP batteries directly from Chinese suppliers, one company being CATL. So the fact that they are now actually sourcing the raw compounds for these batteries rather than the batteries themselves, this lithium carbonate, this could suggest to us that actually they are maybe planning to produce these LFP batteries in-house. Because why else would they want the raw compound and not just the battery in its entire form? However, we do also have to remember that Tesla broke ground at their in-house lithium refinery in Texas in May last year. This is really important in helping them with their overarching mission to actually accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And this means that they will be able to increase the supply of battery-grade lithium hydroxide in North America. And that's really important, battery grade, because just any old lithium hydroxide, is not going to cut it. It has to be the highest quality battery grade to go into the batteries, to go into the EVs. And this means that they will become way less reliant on external suppliers. And obviously that's quite an issue because time and time again, there are supply chain problems depending on what's going on in the world, geopolitical issues. All of these things do feed into the supply of this stuff that Tesla so very, very much need directly. And that can change the price that they're paying. It can change how much they're getting. And if the demand for Tesla vehicles is high, but the supply for this raw material is actually quite low, that can be quite a problem. So by actually being able to control your own supply chain and produce your own batteries, it means that Tesla are way better able to control their supply versus demand and actually manage the risks and hopefully just not be reliant. And that's a very, very strong position to be in. On top of this, with more control over the supply chain, Tesla are actually able to improve the quality standards because they will have direct oversight. So if they're not happy with the quality of the material, they don't have to use it. They've got that hands-on approach and they can be giving their customers through the batteries the very best. And obviously better input means better output, so we probably could expect, and it won't be by crazy amounts because Tesla already do really, really well with the level of products that they actually give customers, but maybe we can expect the batteries to get even better. And becoming vertically integrated means that Tesla are able to bypass traditional barriers. traditional things that happen in a production cycle. They can be way more flexible, and this means that they can bring the costs down. So efficiency goes up and cost savings also go up. Shorter supply chains are obviously also great in terms of the environmental impact, and that's very important to Tesla. Also, speed to market goes shooting up as well. But what I'm thinking is that maybe in the future, they will actually themselves be able to become a supplier to other EV companies. Who knows if that's going to happen, but if it does, which I think maybe one day it will, that's another revenue stream for Tesla. Do let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Something else that's going on in the world of Tesla right now is, since the compensation plan, that whole saga, which is of course still unfortunately going on, it's not over yet, but we do, we're in a better position than we ever have been with it before. I've seen this boosted amount of optimism and positivity that Elon is showing towards Tesla's future. He seems to be feeling very, very grateful that the shareholders in their majority voted for him, not against him. And I think he is really ready to drive this next era of growth. And I saw this. Dave Lee posted on X, shout out to him. I believe he's one of the OGs in the Tesla space and he's posting fantastic content. I really, really like what he does. But he posted this and then Elon responded saying this: "The super strong support from retail and large investors meant a lot to me. I will do my utmost to ensure their faith is rewarded." And this isn't the first time since the vote that he has sort of said things similar to this. So what this is telling me is that he is extremely aligned with shareholders. He is ready to push Tesla through that next growth. And I love to see this because, of course, many people say that he's distracted, he's not focused, he's not doing the right thing. They don't think he should be getting all this money. Not that it was about money, but, we'll park that there because I've said that many, many times. But I'm excited to see how eager he is now for Tesla. If you're a Tesla shareholder, let me know in the comments below what you are most excited about, just one single thing that you're most excited about for Tesla's future at the moment. Like, what number one thing? Is it the launch of Robotaxi? Is it something so minute that many people aren't picking up on? It'll be interesting to see, is everyone sort of excited for the same thing? Or do you have different things that are making you more convicted and more bullish than ever? Let me know in the comments below. So it's been quite a crazy few days for Palantir, I must say. What's been going on at the company and what the stock has been doing seem to be two very, very separate things, as they can quite often be. But we've had two new partnerships that are very exciting that I'm going to break down for you in just a minute. On top of that, we've also had a downgrade. An analyst has come out, downgraded Palantir. Again, I'll tell you about this in just a second. And that has caused the stock to plummet. So let's discuss these. Palantir seem to live by the motto of go hard or go home, because I swear that every single time they announce a partnership or a partnership is announced, there seems to be another one that comes straight in on the very same day. And it happened again. We heard that Palantir is partnering with the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health, so ARPAH. But let me just tell you about this. This is a new partnership. This isn't a company that Palantir have worked with, or an agency, I should say, that Palantir have worked with before. So that's really exciting. A new relationship is building. It is worth $19 million. So not the biggest, but still a very nice amount of money. And we don't always get to hear about the revenue from these contracts. So I love it when we do. And it is over a 2-year time period. Palantir will be providing them with both Foundry and AIP software to enhance their operations, focusing on data strategy, program planning, financial management, and performance tracking as well. The whole point, they said, is to support the agency's mission to accelerate better health outcomes. So why do we care? As Palantir shareholders, why should we care about this one? Why should we care about any of these contracts? Well, of course, as always, more contracts equal more money flowing into Palantir equals more growth, equals more credibility builds. Obviously, it's exciting to hear about, existing contracts getting renewed or expanded, but it is very, very exciting to hear about new contracts because this means that they have been able to get another business on board, another agency that is excited, that wants to pay them to work with them. That is a good thing. Now, this is another example of Palantir expanding even further into the healthcare sector. We know that Palantir are already seeing a lot of success, a lot of promise in the healthcare sector. I would say it probably is their number one sector at this point. But the important thing with this partnership is that it's actually sitting on Palantir's government side. So it is helping with growing their government business segment, which obviously has got a little bit of criticism because, the growth can be a little bit slower than we've seen with the commercial side, but it kind of flip-flops and people are never truly happy. They just criticize whichever one is the lesser one. But anyway, this is good. This is very, very exciting to see. But it didn't stop there. We were then hit with a second partnership. And this one, to me, was very exciting, probably because of the sector that it is in. So this new partnership is with Starlab Space. I actually didn't know about Starlab Space before this, but they are actually a joint venture between Mitsubishi, Voyager Space and Airbus. And they are actually designing, building and will operate the Starlab commercial space station. This is really exciting, this partnership, because within the announcement, it says this: Palantir will become the exclusive supplier of enterprise-wide software data management solutions for the Starlab commercial space station. The exclusive supplier, the only supplier. So they're not working with anyone else on this. Palantir single-handedly will be the supplier for software for this space station. And they will be providing AI-driven software to optimize space architecture, resource allocation, mission planning, and system performance. And this will include using digital twins and predictive modeling to enhance operations, predict maintenance needs, and streamline onboard research by modeling the microgravity environment. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any details on the timeline of this or the revenue involved, which would have been nice to see, but it's not always, it's not always announced with the partnership. But this is really cool because this is yet another sector. Now, we've had healthcare, we hear about healthcare a lot, but this one is a space one. So, that took my interest a little bit. Now, Palantir, this isn't Palantir's first contract with outer space, if you will, with a space industry company. They have actually been working with the US Space Force for a couple of years now. Of course, I think that's on the government side of Palantir rather than the commercial side. But I do find this exciting because obviously Palantir are very agnostic. They can work with many industries. And I do enjoy it when we hear about a partnership from a particular industry, a particular sector that I haven't heard about in a while. So obviously these two new partnerships are very bullish. But on Friday, we saw Palantir stock drop about 7% or so. That wasn't due to the two new partnerships. That was due to an analyst downgrade. So an analyst called Brian White from Monex actually downgraded Palantir to a sell rating with a $20 price target. So let's just take a look at what this analyst actually had to say. A nuclear winter engulfs the software complex. This has proven to be one of the more precarious earnings seasons for enterprise software, and we believe these challenges may have more room to run. I'm not really sure what nuclear winter we are seeing with this, but let's just continue. Despite preeminent SaaS vendors like Salesforce and Workday issuing disappointing outlooks resulting in sharp sell-offs in the stock, not even MongoDB's guidance savvy could save the company, forcing them to reduce their financial year 2025 guidance. Obviously, there are, some crossovers in terms of the industries of Palantir and these companies that were named are operating within, but I don't really know how Salesforce and Workday issuing disappointing outlooks will mean that Palantir is going to do poorly. I don't get that. Obviously, there can be sector issues that can cause many stocks within a sector to do poorly because of other things happening, macroeconomics. But just saying that one company, two companies are issuing disappointing outlooks means that Palantir are going to do poorly. I don't think that's the case, but let's carry on. More evidence of the challenges for enterprise software has been seen with Oracle's May quarter earning results, where Q4 2024 revenue missed expectations and the Q1 2025 outlook proved uninspiring. Again, it doesn't mean that the same thing is going to happen for Palantir. We do know that this earnings season has been all about outlook and guidance. If a company has come out and not given the most bullish outlook, the stock has dropped in the short term, but that's all it is. Short-term volatility. Despite Oracle's lackluster results, the stock surged the following day. Okay, fine, that's great. Aside from a perilous macro environment and shifting spending priorities, the Gen AI nirvana propagated by the enterprise software industry has proven to be a revenue illusion this year. The analyst also had this to say: During a period of software industry carnage, the momentum shown by Palantir stock PLTR so far this year, on top of a strong ascent last year, gives rise to a gluttonous valuation. So do let me know what you think about that analyst's downgrade in the comments below. I don't agree with it. I don't think there's anything of truth in that downgrade. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I just see words on a page that don't really tally up to what the company has actually been doing and are doing. But I think this analyst is meant to have a pretty decent track record when it comes to analysing other stocks, but not when it comes to analysing Palantir. I believe he's had a negative sentiment the whole year so far on Palantir, and he actually downgraded Palantir in the summer of 2021, July 2021, and he hasn't given it a buy rating since. But, over select time periods, Palantir stock has been doing very, very well. More importantly, the company has been doing very, very well. So it did cause a little bit of a sell-off. It shouldn't have, in my opinion. It was not a justified downgrade to actually cause a 7% fall on a stock. But you know what? When we're in our accumulation stage, we'll take this. If we know what Palantir are doing behind the scenes and we can ignore analysts that don't really make sense, we can just use that as a buying opportunity. So do let me know if you purchased more Palantir stock on Friday when that little sell-off happened. In other news, we need to talk about Amazon. Specifically, Amazon's Alexa, which hasn't been doing all that well for them since the launch, but they now are eager to make this profitable. So we have here that Amazon is considering a $5 to $10 monthly fee for their AI-enhanced Alexa service, codename Bangyang, to revamp its unprofitable voice assistant. So they are just basically seeking a way in which to make Alexa profitable for the business, because at this point, up to this point, it has been unprofitable. Plans include 2 pricing tiers, a free version and then a superior version with advanced capabilities like composing emails and ordering dinner. This overhaul aims to boost Alexa's functionality and market competitiveness because there's a lot of growing AI developments, right? We're seeing this from every company. Like they said here, Google and Microsoft, but many, many companies. And they are probably thinking, hang on a minute, we do have Alexa, it's unprofitable. Is there some way we can throw more AI at this, make it better maybe, make it have enhanced capabilities, and then put a price tag on that extra capability? Amazon aims to release the updated service by August 2024, so not that long at all, with no integration with Prime membership currently planned. Now, I personally don't use Alexa. I never have. I don't have any interest in doing so. So I can't really speak about how good it's been up until this point. So I invite you, if you use Alexa, what do you think about this? Do you think that Alexa right now is good? Do you think that you will pay $5 to $10 per month with increased capabilities? Or do you think you'll actually just scrap it if they start charging this? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Regardless of this, I still think that Amazon are one of the strongest companies out there. Obviously, I'm most bullish on Tesla and Palantir. I do have Amazon in my portfolio though, and I do think they're going to continue to see vast amounts of growth moving forward. But, I'm not as convicted as I am in terms of their AI push, their technology, as I am with Palantir and Tesla. But still, I do think they've got a lot of growth left. On the screen now are the topics we will talk about exclusively on the Vault this week. And if you're a Vault member, I'm going to continue this episode and talk more about Tesla and also about my own portfolio allocation. If you're not a Vault member, I thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you in tomorrow's show. If you want to watch these episodes ad-free, get exclusive and extended content and a bunch of other perks, become an insider of the Inner Circle Vault. Link in the description.